Hi, this is Suzanne, and today I'm going to demonstrate Warrior 2 and Warrior 1. So these are both two standing poses. We'll start with Warrior 2. We're going to step the feet out wide. The general rule of thumb is to step your feet as wide as your wrists, but that's too wide for some people. It may not feel as stable. So take them as wide as you're comfortable going. But don't be afraid to take out a little bit more distance between your feet. We're going to begin by rotating. I'm going to take my right leg, rotate it all the way around from the hip joint until my right foot faces, let's say 12 o'clock on the dial. You want the outer edge of the foot to be parallel with the long edge of the mat. My left foot, I'm going to slide my heel back just slightly so there's a slight angle in that back foot. You want the back foot, the back knee, and the back hip to follow that same angle. So there's a slight cant of the left hip a little bit to the right. Okay, and that alignment for the feet is typically heel to arch, but again, for a little bit more stability, you can walk the right foot out a little bit further to the right to be heel to heel. That's if you drew a line from the front heel to the back heel. So there's a slight cant in the hips to the right. My right leg is straight out. And then I want to twist my upper torso. I'm going to let my pelvis stay facing that on that little oblique angle, but revolve my rib cage to face a little bit more left. We'll take the arms up about shoulder height, the palms face down, and you want to spread evenly through the arms, widening the shoulder blades, widening the collarbones. And we're going to try to maintain keeping the shoulders traveling right over the hips. I'm going to bend the right knee until the knee is right over the heel, and my knee is tracking in the same direction as the center of my foot, generally measured by the second or third toe. So my right knee tracks straight ahead. I want to reach into the outer edge of my back foot, my left foot, and keep the shoulders right over the hips. Some people tend to kind of reach out. You're just going to want to draw the chest and the torso, the whole torso back. Allow that back hip to turn a little bit forward. Draw in and out from the low belly without pushing the pelvis forward and really opening up the front of this hip. Just a light lift of the low belly to support the lumbar spine. And then the gaze goes out over the right middle finger. This is Warrior 2. I'll come up out of the pose by inhaling, straightening my front leg, revolve the feet to be parallel, square off. You can release your arms, and then rotate around the left leg from the hip joint. The whole leg turns out. The right heel kicks back. You may notice that your feet need to be adjusted. So I'm going to hop my back foot a little bit further out so that I line up again, heel to heel, slight angle in the back foot, knee and hip. This front foot is parallel to the long edge of the mat. I revolve my rib cage to face forward, the long edge of the mat, without pulling the hip back. Let that hip stay forward, slightly to the left, twist my rib cage to the right. Float the arms up, shoulder height, reach the arms away from each other, opening the span across the chest. And I can even engage my low belly here, draw in and up. And as I exhale, bend the left knee, stopping right over the ankle. So again, tend just to surf out a little bit, keep the shoulders over the hips. And another thing that tends to happen is sometimes without body awareness, which most of us start our yoga practice that way, we might extend the knee past the ankle. That's not going to hopefully hurt you if it happens once or twice, but it's not a habit you want to get into because a knee joint doesn't like that so much. And you want to keep your knee joints healthy. So back leg is long. I'm reaching into that back foot. My front knee is right over my heel. I ground down through that. I turn my gaze over my left arm, looking out over my left middle finger. Taking a few breaths here, then when we're ready to come out, straighten the leg. Make sure you're not just popping that knee back, but push down and firm the thigh up to come out of the pose. Revolve the feet to be parallel, release your arms, and then you can step your feet toward each other. So that's Warrior 2. Warrior 1 has a different orientation of the pelvis, different orientation of the arms. For this one, I'm going to begin facing the short edge of my mat. One foot is forward, one foot is back, about 3, 3.5. I have long legs, so I might even be 3.5 to 4 feet away. The front foot is facing at 12. The back foot is turned pretty far forward. The angle of the back foot is probably at like 11 o'clock. And again, you could be heel to heel, that's the classical style, but that's pretty narrow for a lot of people. And so I'm a little bit wider. I'm probably hip width distance apart. That's measured by your hip bones in front of your pelvis, about hip width on those. So I'm going to start with 2 straight legs. I'm going to root down into my feet, firm my legs. And then I'm going to revolve, not my hips. I'm going to let my hips stay on a very slight cant to the left. And I'm going to turn my rib cage to the right. I'm going to draw the low belly up. I'm going to bend my front knee, stop when the knee is right over the ankle, and reach through that back leg at the same time. Arms are out by the side. Revolve the arms till the palms face forward, and then take the arms up as close to my ears as I can comfortably. There's an energetic lift up through the arms, but you don't want to pull the shoulders, try to pull the arm bones out of the shoulder socket. Keep them in the shoulder socket, but let the shoulder blades lift up with the arms while keeping the tops of the shoulders soft. So this is Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. To come out, I'll straighten my front leg, again with control, release my arms, revolve. Actually, I think I'm just going to step forward on this one instead of turning to the side. And then I'll step my right foot back. My left foot's forward, my right foot's back. About hip width distance apart from my front foot to back foot. Front foot's at 12 o'clock. Back foot is facing at about maybe 1:30, somewhere in there. Back leg stays straight. Energetic lift from the low belly. Bend the left knee till it's over the ankle. Keep that. Release the arms out to the side. Turn them from the shoulders till the palms face forward. And then take them up by the ears. The palms will face each other right into the midline as they come up by the ears. You can also take the arms a little wider to keep the tops of the shoulders a little bit more relaxed. But don't be afraid to lengthen and lift up. Crown of the head is reaching up. Hips are sinking down and my feet are moving down into the earth. So there's lots of different ways to modify all of these poses. These are the general shapes. I'm not giving you a ton of alignment, but just basic alignment to get in and hold the poses for a little bit. A little straight in the front leg, release my arms, and then I'll step that back foot forward. That in itself is a practice of balance and agility that gets easier over time. So that's Warrior 2, done first, arms out to the side, wide stride. Warrior 1, a little bit narrower, arms overhead. Both really strong, great standing poses. Keep your breath smooth and calm. Enjoy them. Thank you very much for your attention. Namaste.